Team Fearlss!
Welcome to day 6 of the 28-day shred. We're going to be showing you today how you can do these workouts from home using a table for some of the exercises. And it is, what's on for today?
Today we're going to do our back. So yesterday we were focusing on the front of our body. So today we're going to balance it out by strengthening our back. So just capping on what Alyse was saying, we can use a table or we've got alternatives with the bands today.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. So the first exercise for the warm-up is a seal jack. So jumping out wide and then clapping those hands together. Next up is a scapular pull. So it's a really minor movement. All you're going to do is have straight arms and you're going to feel like you're squeezing your shoulders together and lifting the body up slightly. Now it's best to have your legs bent, then that way you can really focus on squeezing the shoulders together. If you don't have a table, what we can do is we'll grab the band and we'll show you what to do. And what you want to do is, again, focus on really squeezing these shoulders together and keeping your arms straight the whole time. Pull apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the resistance band. You can go at shoulder width. If that's a little challenging for you, move your hands along the band to the appropriate resistance for you. And then what you'll do is you'll focus on really squeezing the back together. So pulling those arms out, I want you to control it on the way back, so don't let the arms whip. The next 3 exercises we'll be using the table. So the first one is a close grip row. So that's where the hands are nice and close together. From there we're going to go into a normal grip row, which is your shoulder width apart. And then when you're going up in the row, I really want you to focus on squeezing these shoulders together and lifting your chest right up to the top there. Then from there, you're going to go into a wide grip. So grab the outside of the table if you can, or just move your hands out wider. But again, same thing, lift up the hips, squeezing those shoulders together. To make it a little bit more intense, you can have the legs out straighter. The closer the feet are into you, the more easier it's going to be. If you don't have a table, we can use the resistance bands. So first up with the close grip, you need the hands in nice and close. You have a slight bend in the knee. You can sit down into it a bit more, but really focus on squeezing the shoulders together. When you go to do the neutral grip, what I want you to do is make sure there's a little bit more resistance between the hands, and then we want to pull down to the side of the body. So the elbows aren't out wide, they're down on the side, again squeezing together. But then when you go into the wide grip, that's when I want you to bring the elbows up nice and high and then squeezing the shoulders together. Okay. Next up is Superman. And what we're going to do is we're going to break it down to 3 parts. So we'll lift up the upper body for 3 times. Then we're going to engage our glutes and lift up the lower body for 3 times. And then we're going to combine it together. So lifting up both at the same time. Don't just push on the belly, really focus on squeezing through the lower back and lifting up as high as you can. Straight leg deadlift. So for this one, what you need to focus on is the hips. They need to be parallel to the ground. You want to lift up the leg and have this in line with your body as you're leaning forward. So all the movement is coming through the hips. Now, if you use the bands, this will help to make it a little bit more intense for you. As you're pulling up, you're going to squeeze really hard on the glutes. Alrighty, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you just grab down a little bit lower in the bands, and that will make it harder for you. Good mornings. So with this exercise, what we're doing is we're moving through the hips. You want to soft bend in the knees, and then when you lean forward, you want to keep that back nice and straight. Coming through to the top, you want to squeeze the butt as hard as you can. Laying pullovers. So to start the movement off, you want to grab the band quite high, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pull the arms right over the top of the body. Now you need to keep the arms as straight as possible, and then when you're letting the arms go back, you really want to control the movement, so no whipping back. Plank walkouts. So with this one, what that means is you're going to be walking all the way out into a plank position and then walking your hands back. You really want to try and keep the legs as straight as possible. It's okay to bend through the legs if you are a little bit tight in the hamstrings, but keep them nice and straight. Now the next thing you want to be mindful of is don't drop the hips down too low. You still want to keep the core engaged the whole time. And then you're just walking back in and then standing all the way through to the top. Well, that's it for day 6.
Awesome. What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is a rest day.
So we like to, on our rest days, get out into nature or go climb a mountain. It's not really resting, but we do like to go for a walk at least and get some fresh air. You're welcome to do that. If you don't feel like it, you don't have to.
All right, guys, get excited for day 8 as it is a full body workout.
Look forward to it.